I still can't believe that sound wasn't real.
I can't believe it wasn't real either, Victoria. That's because it was real. Ghosties, and ghoulies. I mean, literally everybody, including all the people that live in the house, have talked to you about ghosts. Hello. It is time, folks, to watch episode 38 of Dark Shadows, the original supernatural soap opera. I am Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and your host and reactioner for this series. I hope you're enjoying it. If you're watching these on YouTube, I do want to remind you that after this one finishes, you can go ahead and get the next 3 episodes on our Patreon, articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free, including these Dark Shadows rewatches. All right, let's get into this episode of Dark Shadows.
Crying that had drawn me down musty stairs to a strange and forbidding door.
She can't leave well enough alone, Victoria. Roger gave you the out. You didn't have to go down here chasing the ghosts again.
Matthew, I didn't know anyone was down here.
What do you want in there?
Now, that is a new Matthew. Boy, that first Matthew, again, just like we just had our first switch of characters for actors for a character, I should say. Sam Evans got replaced in episode 35 for the first time. Now episode 38, we're getting a new Matthew. I knew that this new Matthew was coming, but I was not prepared for how much they changed the look. This Matthew is 10 years younger, 15 years younger maybe than the last Matthew. God, this Matthew's a lot heavier set than the old Matthew too. He's eating better in his own little cooking kitchen there in the cottage. Okay, so what's in the room? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in this room, folks? I mean, my guess is that this room might literally be withheld from us all the way until we actually get Barnabas Collins, which isn't until like episode 210, 212, something like that. That's my inclination, but I don't know that for a fact.
Be like me. Do your job and don't ask any questions about anything.
Oh man. Okay. So the look that they've given this new Matthew is so over the top. I mean, he looks like he's halfway to Wolfman transformation. I genuinely hope that they do something to improve that a little bit in the next episode. His delivery is fine, but goodness gracious, he looks silly. Like the painted on beard and mustache stubble, and then like the eyebrows, and those may be real, but like, good Lord, they're like insane. Old Berkey boy. Been a minute, Burke. Hello. Man, I love it when they actually have an extra. It happens so rarely, but okay, so our waitress there is not Maggie, but she had her back turned to us, and then she's not going to have any lines in the scene, is my guess. Meanwhile, we've got Carolyn here coming to see Burke, so that's Victoria and Matthew and Carolyn and Burke, and we heard Elizabeth off camera, so my guess is that she'll be our 5th member of the cast today.
Count of Monte Cristo. I thought only kids in school read this.
Well, when I was in school,
It's so funny too that that's considered like a kid's book. It's, first of all, it's incredibly long, and it's incredibly complex too. Like it's a great novel. But Count of Monte Cristo obviously is a story about a man who is wrongfully imprisoned by his friends, and then he seeks revenge on them in a very the Talented Mr. Ripley sort of way. Actually, the Talented Mr. Ripley is sort of a the Count of Monte Cristo, but without any righteous intent.
Do you mean she had dinner with you in your hotel room last night? And you still don't call her Vicky?
I'll get around to it. Just give me time.
I don't think I will.
What?
Give you time.
Let me tell you something. Age appropriate or not, the two of them have the best chemistry on the whole damn show. Like, it's smoldering, honestly, a little bit between the two of them.
down there right now, poking around, looking for who knows what. Well, I asked her to leave, but she wouldn't.
I was right, by the way, that Elizabeth is our 5th actor for this episode. Miss Winter's going to get herself in trouble. She is just looking at books, though, right now.
What books were you looking for?
The Rover Boys.
Oh, yes, I know exactly where they are.
I still can't believe that sound wasn't real.
I can't believe it wasn't real either, Victoria. That's because it was real. Ghosties, and ghoulies. I mean, literally everybody, including all the people that live in the house, have talked to you about ghosts. So, Elizabeth, miss me with your, there are no ghosts. Yeah, we know there are ghosts.
Why? Always why? Yes or no, that's all.
No.
Why? Seriously, Burke. It'd be a ball. We could have...
I mean, it might be a ball, but also, like, even Burke knows this is a terrible idea. Well, she left the ring on purpose, obviously. Also, like, Burke, let's do ourselves a favor and don't read the Count of Monte Cristo in the middle of the town where everybody suspects that you're out for revenge against the big rich family.
Mr. Calder.
Ned Calder? Oh, I've been waiting for that call. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, Mr. Collins answered the phone. It was at about 2 a.m. I guess he didn't want to disturb you.
Didn't let the man sleep. Now you're going to bother him early in the morning, huh? All right, here's my guess. Ned Calder is going to end up being legal representation. He's going to be he's going to be a fancy lawyer that helped Elizabeth deal with, this whole Burke and Roger situation 10 years ago. That's my guess. See, no words. Nobody speaks. None of the extras do, anyway. Matthew and Burke, they haven't dealt with each other, I don't think, yet.
I remember you, Devlin. Important thing is, you better remember me.
Why's that?
Because if you bring any trouble to Miss Stoddard, I'm going to kill you.
I really think you mean that, don't you?
Yeah?
But what if they deserve trouble, Matthew?
Nobody at Collinwood's asking for problems, Devlin. Nobody.
I mean, that's a great transition, because that one right there is asking for a few problems, it turns out.
Oh, sure, that ghost lady sobs. I've heard it off and on for most of my life. But right now, I couldn't care less.
But where does it come from?
Ghosts, Vicky. Ghosts. And like all the rest of us kooks, you'll just have to get used to it. I really must change.
And that's going to wrap up our episode, I feel like. But I don't want to get used to the ghosties, actually, Carolyn. I mean, as a viewer, I do. I'm excited for more paranormal stuff.
I see my answers still don't satisfy you.
It's not that. It's just that it's so hard to believe.
And you won't be satisfied until you're convinced there's no one hidden in that storeroom.
I don't know what to say.
Well, here's the key. If you doubt my word, take it and look for yourself.
I didn't say I don't believe you.
But what are you saying?
Indeed.
Here's the key. Take it if you will.
Oh, she going to go down and look. Take it.
I
Oh,
don't
come
think that'll be
on.
necessary.
Boy, Elizabeth was a little too relieved that Victoria didn't take her up on that. Good episode. Good close to our week there. Again, I'm asking, why are the titles this way? They're not straight. They're never straight. I don't understand that. Excellent wrap up to these three. If you are watching these on YouTube, thank you for watching them and thank you for your responses. But if you want them early, you can get our next batch early and ad free right now at our Patreon, articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gives you access to everything we do early and ad free. Thanks to all our patrons for making these videos possible. All right, until next time, I am Joel, and this has been the Articulate Coven's rewatch, or initial watch, I should say, of Dark Shadows.